Before I start, I want to ask you to subscribe to my channel and share your thoughts in the comments. This story is raw, emotional, and I want to hear from anyone who's ever felt betrayed. It started with a text that I'll never forget. Please, don't come to the company party. My ex will be there. I read it 3 times, each time hoping the words would mean something different. My stomach dropped. Confusion, worry, a flicker of anger, all hit me at once. My wife had never mentioned feeling anxious about her ex before, and the sudden warning felt like a hidden alarm I wasn't ready to hear. I asked myself if I should listen. Maybe she was just trying to protect me from an awkward encounter. Maybe she really was worried it would be tense. But something in the way she typed those words, almost pleading, unsettled me more than it reassured. I decided to go. I told myself I trusted her, that I loved her, and that I had nothing to fear. I rationalized it, told myself I was overthinking. But the unease lingered, gnawing quietly at the edges of my mind in the days leading up to the party. Subtle signs started surfacing, little things I had ignored before. Late-night calls she'd quickly dismiss, texts that she would hide when I walked by, sudden excuses about meetings she didn't need to attend. I questioned myself first. Maybe I was being paranoid. Maybe I just needed to trust her. But the pit in my stomach refused to let me rest. The night of the party, I walked in feeling a strange mixture of excitement and dread. The music was lively, the crowd buzzing with conversation. I scanned the room for her, and then I saw her. She was standing near the bar, laughing in a way that made my chest tighten. And next to her was him, her ex. I froze. My mind went numb, my heart hammering so loud I thought people around me could hear it. They weren't just talking. They were leaning close, laughing, their eyes locked away that made my stomach twist. She leaned into him, brushing against his arm, completely oblivious to my presence. I felt like a ghost in my own life, watching someone I loved smile at another man like I didn't exist. For a long moment, I couldn't move. I just watched, unable to breathe. Every laugh, every glance, every casual touch felt like a betrayal that I had been blind to for months. The warning text she had sent earlier hit me with full force. I should have listened. I should have stayed home. The days after were a haze of disbelief and heartbreak. I replayed the scene in my mind endlessly, questioning every memory we shared. Was that laugh she gave me genuine, or had she already been holding something back? Every gesture, every word that once felt intimate now carried a shadow of doubt. I found myself obsessing over small details. The messages I had glimpsed on her phone, the late nights, the sudden excuses. I confronted her gently at first, my voice trembling despite my effort to stay calm. What's going on between you and him? I asked, my heart in my throat. She avoided my gaze, fidgeting with her hands. It's nothing, she said. We're just talking. You're overthinking. But I saw the hesitation, the flicker of guilt in her eyes. It wasn't enough to erase the image of what I had seen. Then I stumbled across more evidence. A few deleted messages recovered, words that hinted at intimacy, at moments shared that should have been private. Each discovery was a new sting, a new fracture in my understanding of the life we had built together. The turning point came when I realized I couldn't stay in a situation where trust was fractured beyond repair. Love alone wasn't enough to sustain us if respect and honesty were missing. I had to make a choice. Cling to a marriage that was crumbling under secrets, or step away and reclaim my own sense of self. Our conversation after that was long, painful, and necessary. She admitted to seeking his attention, claiming it was harmless, but she acknowledged that it hurt me, and that she had hidden things she shouldn't have. I listened, feeling anger, sorrow, and a strange kind of clarity. I understood her perspective, but it didn't change the fact that my boundaries had been violated. Walking away was excruciating. The apartment felt empty, the silence heavy. Memories that once felt warm, our laughter, our quiet nights, the small rituals of love, now felt like ghosts, reminders of trust one had lost. But in that emptiness, I began to rebuild, slowly, carefully, one small victory at a time. I started focusing on myself, my passion, friendships, and personal growth. I reminded myself daily that betrayal doesn't define my worth. Heartbreak, though painful, can teach resilience. I learned that leaving isn't weakness. It's courage. It's a refusal to allow someone else's choices to erode your dignity. If there's one thing I want anyone listening to take away, it's this. Pain is temporary, but self-respect lasts. You can survive heartbreak, reclaim your life, and find peace. Love doesn't justify betrayal. And sometimes, the hardest lessons are the ones that teach you the most about your own strength. Before you go, subscribe to my channel and share your thoughts in the comments. Have you ever faced a moment where someone you trusted let another person in too far? How did you deal with it? Sharing your experience could help someone else feel less alone in their pain.